Let's talk about how we're all connected and how understanding this can have a huge effect on your personal happiness and fulfillment. A theory you might never heard before. Hey, my name is Yeva and I talk about all things mystical, spiritual. And if you like topics like that, then stick around and watch my other videos. So, my theory is that everybody, like humans, but probably even every live creature and generally the whole world is like one big organism. It makes so much sense because people who are like-minded, who have similar goals, they usually also form groups, organizations, just like similar cells, and the same cells are forming organs in the organism, right? Mind blown, I know. Another very interesting thing to me is how everything is correlated and just like different levels is how, and I'm not astrophysicist or anything, okay, just a disclaimer, but generally when you think about it, how um, the sun and the stars and the sun system, like the planets roll around the sun and electrons are flying around the atoms. I hope I got it right, but you know what I mean, right? Like the system is very similar, and how they say like 99.9% of the whole matter is actually empty space, because the distance when you go down this and you zoom in this much, like the distances between the electron and the proton are like light years in the cosmos, you know. So I find it very interesting, but generally, that is how I also see like how there are this plane of bigger plane basically, and then there's like the smaller plane, but everything works pretty much the same way. Like all the laws that you can apply to like physics and natural world, you can pretty much apply them to like human relationships as well. Well, think about it. Also, if there are a cluster of people, if people are gathering together, like in the city, in a village, there will always be some percentage of people that want to be the doctor, who wants to be a firefighter or be a farmer and provide something to people, something that others actually need. And the more people are there, the more complex it gets. Because I truly believe this, that if you have a desire in your heart, if you want to do something, if you want to create something, there is somebody out there who needs it. And in today's world where we can connect through internet, that person might be on the other side of the world. It doesn't matter, you know, you don't have to be in the same village, because that, you know, like technology and generally our involvement made this possible. So even if you have like this feeling that you want to do something, need to do something, and you have no logical explanation who would need it, somebody in these, I don't know what, 7 billion people right now, somebody needs it, somebody wants it. Think about when, I don't know, people are creating music, and you might think, okay, but hey, you know, you're not like saving lives, you're not, I don't know, like actively doing something big contribution to the society, right, by creating music. But hell yeah, you might save some lives with that. And I, for once, really do need music in my life. So thank you for everybody who's creating it. It's amazing. And the same thing about, I don't know, whatever, maybe you are making tiny little crafts of some sort, and some people will find that's adorable and that's gonna make their day better, and they're gonna want to buy it from you because it's just something that their soul needs. So the thing is, whatever is inside, whatever you feel like you want to do, there is a demand for it. Trust your heart for that. Now, where the problem is with that is, even stuff like, you know, wanting to be a doctor, a lot of people in the world don't have a means to learn things what they want to do, right? Like you don't have to, I don't know, they don't have like funds to get into the university or something like that. And then on the other side, a lot of people are doing things that they don't really want to do because of the pressure of society, pressure of parents, and that is what is very, very messed up with this society, with this world, in my opinion. And that is what really, really needs some serious fixing. Another thing that I find a similarity, which confirms my theory, in my opinion, is that I heard scientists actually say that cancer cells, they call cancer cells selfish cells. And now when you think about Earth and people on Earth, doesn't it kind of sound like our big organism has cancer maybe? And I don't think that we're in like very terrible stage by now, and I really truly believe that it's curable. But how do we do this is tuning into our heart and really looking what fulfills your heart. What is that makes you happy? Because if you are super happy, if you are in this high vibration, you are actually kind of acting like an immune cell, because you are inevitably, you're just gonna spread this good vibe and give it to other people. And if even somebody on the bus is sitting next to you and you're gonna give it them a smile, it already made a difference, and made somebody's day better, already spread some happiness. And even if you're not doing anything, like energetically, you're still sharing this happiness. And how you become happy, and I don't care what you want to do to be extra super happy and fulfilled, even if you feel like you need to sit down and absolutely do nothing to be this happy, maybe that is what you need to do. Maybe you need to become a monk and sit and meditate, and that's how you're going to save Earth. If that makes you happy, go for it. And generally most of us probably going to want to do something, and you need to find that out and really not run away from your passions, and seriously, like drastically go after it, because we all depend on that. So I also believe that if enough people will start to absolutely unapologetically choose their happiest life and really do everything to fulfill themselves first, and that would create just like natural natural wave that would infect everyone around them, and the world would just like function on its own. I really do believe that, everything, that it's like the rivers flowing to the sea. When we follow our heart, we are just naturally going to flow to the abundant and prosperous society. Another point, to be a good cell, well, let's just keep this analogy going. You have to not only be ready to give and to share, but also receive. Because think about it again in this analogy of the organism. The cell that is drained but is not accepting of any help is no good for anybody either, right? Eventually it's just gonna die and not help anyone and be miserable. So you being sad and miserable is not helping anybody. So if you need help, seek help, or if somebody is actually providing you help, take it, or whatever it is. I mean, like if you are in need of something, and a lot of people are doing that, and I am guilty of this too. If I really need something and there is somebody who is literally ready to hand me what I need, I would be like, oh no, I can do it myself, or no, I don't need it. I mean, we are doing a disservice to everybody. You might think that, by declining help, you are sort of like not putting any pressure or whatever on the person who is offering it to you. But eventually, we're doing disservice in that way for the whole, because if somebody is overflowing and wants to help you, then just take it, and then we're gonna be like a beautiful harmony. And sure, this is a practice for all of us, and I wish to all of us to really, really go for it. I wish you to find your true purpose and happiness, and if I can help you with this, I would be happy. If you like more such topics and generally just talking about philosophizing about life, world, and spirituality, then hit that subscribe and let's talk later.